did go through that route, through the new covenant route, to pay for my status correction. Skipping a long story short, skipping a long drawn out story, it did not, my status is not corrected through new covenant, and it did not get corrected through new covenant. So now, for whatever reason, why people maybe, because we all understand what's going through the air. Maybe whether people saying Polight is a scam artist, whether they saying he doesn't have enough staff. I'm not here to chew on that or put that out there. All I will speak upon is what is factually happened, which is I did go that route initially, family, and I did suggest that y'all go that route as well. But that is the end result I ended up getting, which is my status did not get corrected. So if you were somebody who followed me and you went that route, then understand that we got the same exact result.
The 70-minute YouTube video that Polight did. And see, I particularly didn't appreciate him doing it because I never spoke bad against this guy. I never spoke against him. People been saying little things about him for years. That's none of my business.
Do you feel like you know him personally?
No, I don't know him personally.
So he only saw you at these events?
Yes, and he don't know me personally, which is why he had no basis to do an hour and a half of the video. But be that as it may, my issue to him is you should stay in your place and mind your business. But I understood why he did the video.
Why?
Because he's not relevant anymore. He never really was relevant. And what do when you're not relevant and you want to become relevant? You attack the person who has the most relevance. That would be me. So to bring some attention to his faltering empire, he had to attack the biggest man on the block, and that would be Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, I could talk about the fact that you're a con artist. I could talk about the fact that people pay you money so you could change their status and get them sovereignty, and they never get what they pay for. Con number one. I could talk about the fact that you claim to have all these commercial real estate investments and big properties that nobody ever saw, and some people prove to be fraudulent. Con game number two.
Okay.
I could talk about the fact you claim to have all these businesses and empires and multinational corporations, and you can give people property with no money down. That never happens. Con game number three. I could talk about your intellectual property theft, where you've written over 120 books, but there's no references in the books. And on top of that, you look in the books, you can clearly see that this is cut and paste work from the internet, which is why you never copyrighted almost none of your books, because it's not your information. So you're stealing it from other people.
It's plagiarism.
It's plagiarism. So you got a 4-platform con hustle that you run. Little boy,
Whoa.
Michael Noak.
Whoa.
And you got the audacity to speak on Dr. Umar Johnson, who never said a word about you, J.J. Evans from Good Times.
Oh, wow.
I never spoke against this man because I don't know him. And what I found comical about this clown was towards the end of the video, Mr. Michael Noak, J.J. Evans from Good Times, he decides to give me some advice, some business advice about raising money. Now, mind you, he don't know nothing about my fundraising. But again, he has some cyanide of Kool-Aid.
Peace, family. This is Brother Oh God in the Black Media. I'm reloading this copy. The first video was taken down for whatever reason, I guess for one of the pictures. But this is reloaded, family. Make sure you share this. Our new YouTube page, our additional one, will be In the Black Media 2 and Revolutionary Reincarnated, family. So this is an interview with New Covenant member 631316. I hope you enjoy this, family. Make sure you subscribe. Peace, your brother Oh God. Peace, family. This is Brother Oh God in the Black Media, in the Black Radio. I'm speaking to a brother today who was a New Covenant member. You know, he reached out to the platform. You know what I mean? He just wants to get a story out to the people, you know, so they can know exactly, you know, who they're dealing with. When they're dealing with, you know, New Covenant and, you know, Brother Polight, the brother reached out, you know, tried to support black business. And I'm going to let, you know, the brother just go ahead and tell the story to the family. You know what I mean? And just know the brother definitely has documentation. You know, he has the membership ID number and everything. So it's not like we made it up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let the brother introduce himself and, you know, go over his story with dealing with New Covenant. Peace, family. How's it going today?
Hey, peace, brother. Hey, first I want to just thank you for having me on here. Thank you for everything that you do. Because I just happened to run across your information on a video in reference to that brother that was, I believe, is in the military that had like over $17,000 taken from it. So hearing that story, man, definitely made me reach out because I have a story that's not $17,000, but still it's along the same line.
Right. No doubt.
So
if you can, brother, if you could turn your volume up on your phone a little bit. I don't know if it's up all the way.
Okay.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good, brother.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, like I said before, I was a member, and I was a member beginning back in 2013. I became a member simply by seeing the YouTube videos, hearing the podcast about the information that was being spread. And for me, I have real estate experience, right?
Right.
So essentially what Brother Polight was talking about was tax liens and tax deeds. Tax liens being a person can't pay their property taxes. You step in, you pay the property taxes for that particular property, and as a result, you get a certain percentage depending on which state the property is actually in. And a tax deed meaning they've already lost the property from failure to pay taxes, and you actually purchase the property for the taxes owed. Okay? So that's just a brief history of the difference between the two. So he was basically talking about helping people buy tax liens and deeds, which I've done both before in the past.
Right.
So I was falling in line with that, and I'm thinking, hey, this is a black business. I can support that at the same time. Okay? So I reached out, and I became a member. As soon as I became a member, a brother by the name of Lawan called me up. Oh, I'm your caseworker. Hey, you ready to get your status correction started? It'd be $550, and this is going to complement your ability to purchase more real estate at a discounted rate. Cool, no problem. Send it over. Had a couple of back and forth with him as far as the process is concerned with the status correction. That didn't, last too long. After my $550 was in his hands, then we went, like I said, a couple of emails back and forth. Oh, you need to fill out this, you need to fill out that, and hey, if you ever need me, you can contact me. Along the way, I did need him. I did need to contact him. And text messages came back, oh, I'm busy, excuse after excuse after excuse.
Wow.
So, long story short, my status never got corrected in regards to what they're saying. Okay? So that never happened. Moving forward, during the membership, there was several auctions, tax deed auctions, hosted by New Covenant. I only went to one, and that was in New York City, and that was August of 2013.
Okay.
Went down there for the auction. There's several people down there. I attended the auction, and I knew something was wrong because when I get there, I'm like, hey, where's the list at? The list of the property. Like I said, I've been to tax deed auctions. I've bought properties before. So I'm looking like, hey, where's the list at? Brother Polight told me himself, oh, yeah, we don't send out a list. We want to, get all that stuff together later. So long story short, we're in the auction, and he's just rattling off the numbers and how much the property costs, and people start bidding on it. I don't bid. I just sit back and watch, and I see person after person keep bidding, And, you know, big dollars is going out in reference to these so-called properties. $5,000, $6,000 per property. And I think it was probably about at least 12 to 15 properties that were supposedly sold.
Wow.
No paperwork exchanged, nothing, just a random number that they gave you, and they said, hey, if you don't contest anything, we'll get all the paperwork out to you about 3 weeks from now. Okay? And from what I understand, having a couple conversations with some people that had attended some other auctions, they never got any property. No properties were actually given at the end of the day. A lot of money went over that way, but as far as properties, no.
Wow.
You know, my thing is this. I paid $550 for a status correction that never happened. I paid $750 to attend the auction. Didn't buy anything, and I'm glad I didn't buy anything because, from what I understand, no one got anything in return. Outside of that, I purchased a couple of books, got some books. Some books never came, right? And long story short, I also paid for credit repair, $450, and I've already sent you that documentation on the conversation that we were having,
Yes.
myself and Brother Polight.
Right.
Excuse after excuse after excuse, and this is over a 4 or 5 month time frame on after I pay, why I'm not getting any type of documentation, any type of response, any type of anything related to the $450 that I paid in reference to a credit repair. And it's just excuse after excuse after excuse. But I also understand that some people are going to doubt what I'm saying, what others have said, and I'll simply just ask this. Well, if you're doubting what I say, why don't you take your status correction and let's see what happens?
Exactly.
Why don't you go buy a property and let's see what happens? You know, I understand there's a lot of people in this mix, and you know what? I don't have any problems with Brother Ankh, Brother Sarnetta, Brother Seti. No problems, but I do have some questions.
Right.
Do you have your status corrected? Have you bought any properties from him? Where's your tax liens at? Where's your tax deeds? Has he repaired your credit? And the question is, if you haven't done any of that, then the question is, why not? That's your right-hand man.
That's right.
He can't do yours. He can't hook you up. And then another thing I heard is that Brother Polight is not allowed to go to Chicago anymore. He's not allowed to go to Indiana anymore in reference to these auctions that was held and people didn't get anything. Now, I understand people are going to say, oh, that's not true. Oh, really? Well, from what I understand, because when I was at that auction, they opened up a store down there in Chicago, a New Covenant store in Chicago. Is that store still in existence? Is the door still open? If not, why not? And if it is, well then, why aren't any lectures held over there? I would venture to say that it's not. So this kind of feeds into what everybody else has been saying that's been burned. Now the thing is this. People have been burned and people doubt that, but again, if you doubt it, where's your status correction? I don't want to hear from people that paid and still waiting for the service.
That's
I
right.
want to hear from people that have gotten done and is finished. You see what I'm saying? Where is that done? I mean, where's the keys at to your place that you bought at a discount? Show the video of the place. Show the documentation. Because I have my documentation on everything that I'm saying. But everybody else is just talking, from what I understand.
Right. Wow. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, you said it all. I mean, there's really nothing else to be said. I mean, I got at least 4 or 5 other people that reached out to me. They're coming every day that, you know, with the same story, that they got burned by this guy. And it's just like, again, the people around them, I mean, to me, it's just like, yo, somebody got to say something about this, man. We're supposed to be conscious people. We're supposed to be about our liberation. And, you know, it's like, people are getting robbed. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's like me putting a gun to your head and taking your money, man. But, you know, I mean, go ahead, brother.
say, not to cut you off, man, but here's the thing. You know, I have no doubt that he has some real estate knowledge. I have no doubt about that. But the question is, the money that you got from these people that, you know, thought that they were going to get a service or a product from you, you must have took that money and went and bought your stuff.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you can say, hey, look what I got. But the whole point is, where did you get that money from?
That's right.
And the people that so-called pay for a product and service, where's theirs at? Because they didn't get no refund. They didn't get a product or a service that you said that they were going to get. I mean, what about all these so-called trusts that you can get through New Covenant? I have my own little trust, so I ain't worried about it. But what about this trust service that the other brother that was supposed to get? That, you know, he ultimately got his money back thanks to you guys. But what about these trusts? Again, Sarnetta, did you get a trust from them? If it is, let's see it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get some property from them? What, you don't want your status corrected, but that's your right-hand man. You don't want your status corrected. You know, but you don't want no properties. You don't want nothing that he's off, right? You see what I'm saying? It's something ain't right. Something ain't right. I mean, everybody can't be wrong. And again, everyone that's hating on it, you go and pay for yours today, and let's talk a couple months down the line and show me the service that you were providing. It ain't gonna happen.
That's right. And that's my challenge. If you got your status corrected, you got some properties, you know, you got a home trust for this guy, come, we'll bring you on the show. We'll give you the platform to speak.
You know,
Right, go ahead, family. Go ahead, brother.
Here's the other thing, man. Brother Lawan, where's he at? I mean, because from what I understand, I haven't heard from him in a long time. Brother Lawan, that was supposed to be the right-hand man, that Brother Inky has taken his spot now.
Right.
So what happened to Brother Lawan that was taking everybody's status correction money? Where's he at? Haven't seen no video about him with next to Polight. Where's he at? He done just went off in the sunset. See, all this stuff ain't adding up. You know what I mean? It ain't adding up.
That's right. That's right, brother.
You know, my recommendation to people is, hey, if you doubt what I'm saying, then you go pay for yours today, and let's see what it is. Okay, let's see what happens. See, you come on and say your success story or your nightmare, okay, whichever comes first. Or, you know, simply stay away from the man when it comes to putting any dollars over that way.
That's right.
It's one of those things. It's time to put up or shut up. Either you're gonna go along with it and you believe his services and you go ahead and pay for it, and then let's see what happens. If not, then hey, you've been forewarned not to put any money over there because you're not gonna get your product or service.
Absolutely. Now, I just wanted one more thing. Now, would you like some people say they don't want their money back. They just want people to know. So, do you even want your money back, or is your goal just to let the people know what happened?
You know, my goal is just simply to let the people know what happened, show my documentation in reference to that, and you know, people can make an educated decision on that. I mean, I've made my money back 10 times fold. Ain't no problem in regards to that. But you know, for people that was their last dollar, you know, this is your platform to get your money back. You know, fortunately for me, I'm not in that situation. Thank goodness. Because if I was, it'd be a whole different thing going here.
No doubt. No doubt.
But as for me, I just want to share my story, my experience in reference to my dealings with New Covenant when it comes to getting a product and or a service.
No doubt. We'll definitely appreciate you, brother, you know, taking the time out, reaching out to us. Hopefully your story, you know, will cause more people to come forward, man. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate your time, family.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
All right, we'll be in